All right. So, uh, this has been something I've been kind of wanting to talk about for a while, which is basically what can sum up like this point of my life, or maybe if like there's like multiple routes to my life. If it's like a visual novel and there's multiple different routes, this would be like the route that I would label the better late than never route, basically. Uh, it's something that I honestly I kind of have in recent times maybe not uh fuck, I can't even think of the word. I haven't been as kind of willing to really push myself in the way I was a couple months ago. But I do think I've ended up in a pretty decent spot from everything. And what I would say is that just everything has really taught me that's just, yeah, better late than never. I I remember what's it called, in 8th grade. Basically how my 8th grade really spiraled out of control was because I didn't want to do this shitty summer assignment. And so I'm like, I'm not doing this fucking summer assignment, dude. Like, I fucking hated the book. Thought it was shit. I'm not doing it. And I didn't do it. And turns out that counts for like a lot of your grade for some godforsaken reason. Like, what the fuck is wrong with school fucking making it, I think, literally like 20% of the grade or something. What? So I ended up not doing that summer assignment like at all. I didn't want to do it at all. And I had to make it up eventually. And I did like some weird paper thing and just kind of uh went with that. And it was, I think I got like a 60, so at least I got some credit. But the point is that I at least handed in something, even if it was late. And uh, I feel like it just really describes a lot of my life in the past couple months, past like almost half a year at this point. Because essentially I realized like I had wasted so much of my time that I could have spent doing stuff. And at first, it was just kind of, depressing. It's just like, fuck, well, I've wasted my whole life. I don't know what to do now. I'm just gonna fucking keep wasting my life, I guess. But I decided to start really trying to, uh, I decided to really start trying to change my life when, change kind of came out of nowhere. And I stopped being afraid to take risks. And it was a really big thing for me. And when it was kind of happening, the thing that just kept running through my head is just, you know what? Better late than never. Because, yes, I should have been driving, you know, I should have been driving consistently 7 years ago. Like 7, 8 years ago. I should have been, I should have gotten a job 7 to 8 years ago. I should have been not so afraid to talk to people. And uh, I really fucked that up for like the longest time. I just I didn't know what the fuck to. Okay, I was like, what was that notification? I didn't. I didn't know how to progress forward. Well, I guess maybe saying I didn't know is not correct, but it's more I didn't feel like I could and I didn't want to. And when I realized that it wasn't so bad, I think it got so much easier. Because, like, Now driving has just become second nature for me, and now I just don't give a fuck. Like, I just drive and it feels fine. Because I've been driving for so long. I've been driving for like, I don't know, 4 months now ish. 5-ish months. And I just feel like it's something that now makes so much sense, but like at the time I felt like I could not drive. And I think a lot of it probably came from confidence, I would say. But now that it's kind of happened, now I'm just like, well, it's better late than never. Because, yes, I'm late to this stuff, and I should have been doing it earlier, but at least I'm doing it now. Because I feel like there was a real chance in the future I just never fucking did anything. I just became like a space neat or whatever, So, the fact that I actually went and did it, even though it's late, even though I should have been doing it years ago, I'm doing it now. I think it's good. And, I mean, I still have a lot more to go. Potentially I'm going to go back to college, and maybe I'm going back to college a little late. I'm going to be like 26 probably when I go back to college. But, again, better late than never, right? And also, it's not even that late to some people, because some people, they don't end up going back to college until they're like 30 or something, God, that voice cracked. They don't end up going back to college until they're like 30. And then they're like, oh man, when I was 25, I should have fucking went back to college or something. And at least I'm in that position. At least I'm not like 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever. And I just started doing it now. It's like, it's much better to be 25 when you're doing it than whatever fucking old age, So that's kind of just been really the main sort of theme of all of this, of my life. Is just, I should have done this earlier, but at least I'm doing it now. So that's good. I don't know. I'm trying to think about what else I could even say about this topic. Because, like, I wrote it down and I was like, it's a good topic. And then I just kind of forgot. It's been so long. I really got to go through all my topics and just change stuff. Because, like, there's so many things that I wrote. And I feel like now I have a hard time remembering what those ideas were supposed to be. So maybe I got to go fix that at some point. But I don't know. Not today. Better late than never. I'll do it eventually. Not today, but I'll do it eventually, probably, right? Yeah. But, fuck. I don't... It's only been like 9 minutes. I can't end this shit here. I need to find something else to say. So yeah. I'm thinking. What else could I say in regards to all of this? Fuck. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess one of the things I could talk about a little bit was that I mentioned at the start of the video that, like, and this is like a visual novel branch sort of path thing. This would be like the better late than never ending. And I kind of feel like when I look at my life, I kind of get that sense of like branching paths of like a visual novel or something, like a flow chart, right? Where they all start at this certain point, And then it goes into a bunch of different points based on choices or just whatever, right? Maybe like random chance even. And so it's like there could have been a me out there that actually like went and like did a bunch of shit early on in school, and then maybe there's like the me that gets his shit together in like high school, or the me that just decides to not get addicted to playing League of Legends and almost fail for the year in 8th grade. And then there's probably me that like never gets his shit together, or me who gets his shit together at like 35 or something. And I feel like I'm kind of in like that sweet spot where it's like I didn't get my shit together early, but I also didn't get my shit together too late or very, very late. So that's good, I guess, right? And I don't know. I'm liking this route though. Even though this route it has its problems. I have to deal with an annoying coworker. I'm tired. Uh I can't really pursue a lot of the ideas I have as much because I'm tired. But it's like at least I feel like I really kind of found what I was looking for to that extent. I found what mattered a lot to me, basically, and I found how to get myself to do things. I will say though, man, fuck. I feel like I've fallen off a little bit because I don't know, my whole routine just got fucked because of all the stuff that's happened recently and work on top of it. And so it just sucks. But this is sort of my problem is that I can't figure out how to like manage my time well enough. Because people have like a schedule that they like adhere to, and I just never have much of a schedule anymore. And I kind of like I even when I was doing stuff pretty consistently, I didn't really have a schedule. It was like, okay, I wake up and I spend a little bit in bed, and then I would eat something and then work out and then go shower and then probably go to work after that, or have lunch and then go to work. And now it's like I just kind of wake up and then I have breakfast and then I don't know, like I take a shower at some point. I mean, today I had to take a shower early because I had to go to work early, which sucks. It sucks when they like I get off late and then like 12 hours later I have to be back at work. It's like fuck. And you know, a lot of that's gonna be spent sleeping. So, I mean, well, not even like maybe half of my time before my next shift was spent sleeping. I really gotta sleep tonight. I can tell you that. I need some sleep for sure. But I feel like having that rhythm was a really good thing, and not having it just sucks. I don't know. I think it's like I probably should continue exercising because I feel like the exercise makes such a big difference in my life, honestly. And the fact that I'm not doing it is so bad for me. But I don't know. I also like I've been pushing myself a lot at work. And so like the other day, basically what happened was it was on Monday, and it was a pretty busy day, so we were kind of late to actually finishing stuff in the deli. and I went to punch for my lunch break, and I still wanted to just kind of put some finishing touches on the deli. And so I was doing that, and then the closing manager of that night, who usually works at front end, she was like, "Teddy, I need your help." And I've never heard that before. Like, never. And I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, why why me? Like, is it a deli specific thing? What is it? I don't know. So I catch up to her, and I follow her, and uh we end up kind of in the back, and basically we had one of the shipments that came from the truck, the pallet broke, and so all this stuff is like all over, and so they needed my help to put it uh on like little U-boats so that we could move the stuff. And so I had never used a U-boat before. I know it's like pretty common in retail, but I had never used a reboat. I never used a U-boat before. And additionally, I had never I never really like lifted this stuff before. And so my arms are already fucked because I've been working an 8-hour shift, and I'm technically on my lunch break. Technically. But I was like, okay, sure. So I spent pretty much most of my lunch break helping. And then I was going to take the garbage from our department. And that was not happening because there were a bunch of pallets there. So I was like, all right, guess I'm just leaving the garbage. Then I ended up helping with more stuff. I put more stuff on U-boats because, the guy just needed help. So, but they basically called me because I'm a guy. Because, like, it was basically just a bunch of women that were in the front end. And it's like, it's not like they can't lift that stuff, but it's a lot easier for a guy to do it, especially, a guy working in the deli all day with, decent muscle. So they wanted me to do it, and I was like, sure. And dude, my arms on my back were like so fucking done after all of that. But like, I don't know. I wanted to help. So that's what I did. But yeah. So that probably doesn't help my kind of scheduled situation thing. But I do feel like the schedule thing was so helpful for me, just kind of staying on track, and now it's kind of I don't know what the word would be. Like, it's just faded. It's just fucked. So I need to really get back to it, but it's hard because I can't push myself too much, because then this happens and then it just fucks me over harder. But I don't know. I hope I will eventually figure something out, but in the meantime, I'm just trying to just get through things and just keep making these videos, I guess. That's basically what I'm doing. So yeah. I don't know how much more I have to say on this topic. So, I think I honestly don't really know if I did this topic justice, so maybe I talk about it again in the future. But I guess kind of my message would just end up being like, it is better late than never. Because you might think like, I'm already late. Why bother? Right? I'm already late to work. Why bother showing up? I'm already late to submitting this assignment. Why even bother doing it at this point? Or something along those lines. Or I'm late to driving. I never bothered to learn how to drive or to get good at driving. Why even start now? And I think it's easy to fall into that line of thinking, because it's like it just makes sense. It's like, well, I mean, I'm not going to get the full value of this thing. So why even bother doing it at all? But I think it really, you miss out on so much stuff when you aren't even willing to take that little bit of credit. Like maybe, maybe you're not going to get your full day's worth of pay because you came in late, but it's still money. It's still money, and maybe you get something else out of the job too. I don't know. Or maybe you hand an assignment late, and you're not going to get 100 on it, but maybe you can still get like an 80, which is not terrible, right? Or maybe even just like a 60 is still going to be better than a fucking 0. Or in my case, I didn't drive for years, and I just kind of never felt like I was going to. But once I started driving, I realized like how important it is, and it's like I wish I'd done it earlier, but at least I did it now, and I get to kind of experience a lot of this stuff now. And it feels like, even though I'm 25, I'm kind of living my early 20s like now. Like all the experiences that people get in their early 20s, where like they start driving and they get their first job and all of that stuff, and they kind of get to experience a little bit of independence. That's like what I'm experiencing now. And it kind of sucks to an extent, because you think about it and you're like, I missed out on so much, dude. But on the other hand, it does feel good to be like, well, I finally did this. I mean, it took a while, but I did it. So, yeah. That's basically my advice is just, it's better late than never. That's how it is. That's where this route is, this fucking, this route in the visual novel flow chart. And honestly, I mean, the way I got here was just by not doing things up until like now, finally making moves now. So, yeah. But I think that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it. I don't really have anything else to add. That's basically my advice. Just better late than never. And doesn't even have to be anything crazy. Like when I started driving, literally it was going a couple blocks. Like when I drove on my own for the first time, like for real, I didn't drive very far. I literally went to somewhere in my town. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can just be something that pushes you forward. Because of that moment, I'm now not really afraid of driving that much at all. I mean, it can be scary, but you deal with it. That's how it is. If you live in a city, you don't really have to deal with it. But, if you live in suburbia or whatever, you gotta deal with that shit. So, just deal with it. But, yeah, that's basically what I think everything boils down to. It's better late than never. So, yeah, I guess that's it.